Hi guys, Samantha here. In today's video, we're going to go over 22 movies that I think you need to watch before your next Disney World vacation. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, Sam's Fairy Tale Life. We talk Disney travel as well as my upcoming Disney vacation. So today we're going to go over a list of 22 movies that I think you need to watch yourselves as an adult in preparation for your next vacation to get excited and to make sure you're immersed in the experience when you're there, as well as some movies that your little ones may not have seen but should, to give them a more immersive experience and kind of understand the rides better or the shows better. So let's get into it. The first movie on my list is Cinderella. Now, this one seems pretty obvious, but just in case you have some little ones who haven't seen it, it is a classic. It's a little older, so some little ones now might not have seen it. But I think it's important to watch because obviously the main focus of Magic Kingdom is Cinderella's castle. You also have Cinderella's Royal Table, the restaurant. You also have Prince Charming's Regal Carousel ride, the merry-go-round that's behind the castle, as well as just some general meet and greets with the characters. So if your little one hasn't seen it, they might have a lot of questions about, like, where did the castle come from, the artwork inside the castle, and all that stuff. And next on my list is Beauty and the Beast. Now I'm talking the original cartoon, not the remake. Not that the remake isn't good, but I just think we're going to stick to the classics on this list. You have the Be Our Guest restaurant. You also have the Beauty and the Beast live stage show over at Hollywood Studios, as well as meet and greets. So I think that one's a pretty important one too, for little ones to make sure that they've seen before they go. Number 3 on my list is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, this one I think is important because one of the most popular restaurants right now that's becoming harder and harder to get reservations at is the Storybook Dining at Artist's Point with Snow White. So you have Snow White, you have the Evil Queen, and a couple of the dwarfs. So you have that meal. You also have the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Magic Kingdom. You have meet and greets, and then just as a little fact, it is the first full-length feature film by the Walt Disney production company. So I think that is important to see and kind of like appreciate the history there. Number 4 on my list is Dumbo, and we are talking again the original movie, not the Tim Burton remake that just came out. It's a classic film, and you also have the Dumbo the Flying Elephant ride at Magic Kingdom, which they've also set up as a waiting area, the big top tent with like a little playground inside for the little ones, and you can wait in there, and it's air conditioned, and you'll be alerted when it's your time to ride the ride, which is a huge improvement from us older generations going when you used to have to wait in the blistering sun to get on the ride. But some little ones might not understand the significance of the big top and that Dumbo was in the circus and all that, so I think that's kind of an important one to watch as well. Number 5 on my list is Peter Pan. Again, classic. You have meet and greets with the characters. Also, you have Peter Pan's Flight, which is one of the most sought-after rides in Magic Kingdom. I mean, this ride can get waits up to 2 hours long. Also, Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is from Peter Pan. She has gone on now to have her own, movies in her own pixie world. So I think it's important for the little ones to kind of see where Tinkerbell originated from, but also pixie dust. They refer to that a lot throughout Disney, like the Disney magic, pixie dust. It's kind of important for the little ones to know where that comes from. Also, Tinkerbell is in the nighttime show at Magic Kingdom, and it might help the little ones to understand the significance of her being there. Number 6 on my list is the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now, yes, the ride actually did come first. However, the movie it's just amazing the way they brought to life such a popular ride within the parks. The cast is amazing. It's funny. It's definitely a good movie to watch for like the older kids too. Like some people think all these movies are for young kids, but Pirates is a great movie you can watch with your older kids to kind of get them excited and to just see scenes from the ride brought to life in such a way is awesome. You can also meet Captain Jack Sparrow at the parks now, as well as they have refurbished the Pirates of the Caribbean ride to feature scenes from the movie. So if your little ones are old enough to see it, I think they should. Otherwise, they might not appreciate the Jack Sparrow scenes in the ride. Number 7 on my list is The Little Mermaid. It is my personal favorite. She's my favorite Disney princess. The movie is turning 30 this year, so I think that's a good one to kind of watch and get excited for. But you also have the Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid ride, and you can meet Ariel in her mermaid form in her grotto at Magic Kingdom, as well as other meet and greets with her in her human form as well at the Princess Dining in Epcot and other places throughout the parks. And then number 8 through 10 on my list, I'm lumping together the Toy Story 1 through 3. As of now, 4 isn't out yet, but obviously when that comes out, I would include that as well. Even as an adult, going back and watching Toy Story, I mean, they hold up. They're good movies. You also have Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios now, so that's just going to completely immerse you in the world of Toy Story. So I definitely think brushing up or making sure your little ones have seen it would be very important, because you can also meet some of the characters. And then starting this summer, they're going to introduce Bo Peep for meet and greets at Toy Story Land, because she's going to have such a major role in the 4th Toy Story movie coming out later this year. And then number 11 through 13 on my list is going to be Cars 1 through 3. They just recently opened in Disney World the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, which is brand new. It just opened up at the end of March. So I think that would be good to make sure you've seen it, to kind of familiarize yourself or your little ones with the characters in the movie and like the premise of the movie, since it is a racing academy attraction. And afterwards, they filter you out into like a courtyard with the DJ's Ready Set Party with car-inspired dances and games. And some photo opportunities as well. So I definitely think those would be important to see. And again, I mean, for me personally, the first one is just, it's so good. And then number 14 on my list is Fantasia. Now, I know that some little ones might have a hard time with this movie. So this might be, again, for some older kids, or maybe as an adult, go back and watch it. I know when I was little, I didn't really get into it until I was older and could really appreciate it. But even if you just set it to the scene with Sorcerer Mickey and the buckets of water and his mops, I think that that would be a good scene, at least, for your little ones to see, because that's where we first meet Sorcerer's Mickey, is in Fantasia. And Sorcerer Mickey is all throughout the park. You know, he has merchandise. You can buy the hats, stuffed animals, shirts, all that stuff you can buy at the parks. And if your little ones don't really know who he is, I think that that would be a good thing to show them. As well as he appears in the Mickey's PhilharMagic show at Magic Kingdom. He's also in Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. So again, I just think as an adult it would be a good film to watch, but also to kind of introduce your kids to Sorcerer's Mickey, I think that would be a good movie to watch. 15, I'm cheating a little bit here. I'm going to lump Star Wars in as a whole. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because there are so many movies at this point. Maybe you saw the original 3 or the original 6, or maybe you've seen the new ones but not the old ones. So I'm just going to put Star Wars together as a whole in number 15 spot, and just kind of pick and choose the ones you haven't seen and watch those. If you have never seen a single Star Wars movie, then I suggest starting with the original 3, and just to kind of familiarize yourself, because at Hollywood Studios right now, Galaxy's Edge has not opened yet, but it is coming. So it's an entire immersive experience for Star Wars. So I mean, there's going to be the cantina, rides, shops, shows, meet and greets, as well as the cast members inside Galaxy's Edge are going to be dressed as characters from, like, they live in the galaxy. So to really enjoy the one-of-a-kind immersive experience that Disney is creating with Galaxy's Edge, I think you need to watch the Star Wars movies, whether it's watch the new ones because you haven't seen them yet, or watch the old ones because you haven't seen a single Star Wars movie ever. Definitely watch them. As well as in existence at Hollywood Studios right now, they do have the Star Tours ride as well as the Star Wars Launch Bay, which in the Launch Bay they do have meet and greets as well as movie props on display. So it's already there, it already exists, but with Galaxy's Edge coming, I think it's going to jump into the number 1 spot of movies you have to watch before going to Disney World. And then number 16 is Frozen. If you live under a rock and have not seen Frozen, have not heard the music, watch it. As an adult or with your kids, watch it. You can now obviously meet Anna and Elsa. They have been part of some special shows in the past, with Elsa coming to kind of turn Cinderella's castle into the Winter Wonderland with her magic powers. But you also have the Frozen Ever After ride at Epcot, which again is one of the most sought after fast passes in Epcot. And if you can't get a fast pass, wait times are upwards of 2 hours. So definitely see the movie. You'll see plenty of merchandise throughout the parks, and it's a good movie for little ones. The music is very catchy. You'll enjoy it. And then 17 and 18 on my list are Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Because at Epcot you have the Sea with Nemo and Friends, the ride, the Finding Nemo ride, as well as Turtle Talk with Crush, which, if your little ones don't even know who Crush is, the show might not be as funny or as exciting to them, but also just great movies. So those are number 17 and 18, Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Number 19 is Up. Now, They changed the bird show at Epcot a little bit to the Up a Great Bird Adventure. So you have that, and then you also have meet and greets. So I think that that's a good one to kind of see. And then number 20 is Bug's Life. I feel like this is a very underrated movie at this point in 2019. Not a lot of people talk about it anymore. Not a lot of little kids want to like have seen it or care to see it. But I definitely think it's an important movie to see when visiting Animal Kingdom. I know it's been a while for me, but I know back in the day you could meet a couple of the characters. But also it's the attraction inside the Tree of Life. It's tough to be a bug show. So for those of you who want the up close look at the tree, to get in the line and really look at the beautiful artwork within the tree, it seems almost silly to wait in that line if you have no idea about the movie A Bug's Life. So definitely see it. It's good. I don't know why people don't talk about it enough anymore. And then number 21 is Avatar. It is not a Disney movie, but it is now part of the Disney parks at Animal Kingdom. They have Pandora, which if you don't know, Pandora is the planet in the movie Avatar. So I definitely think you should watch it. It's an amazing movie. I mean, just the visuals in the movie, the colors, it's just amazing. But to really, kind of like with Galaxy's Edge, to really appreciate Pandora at Animal Kingdom and the rides, I think it would be very important to watch Avatar before your next trip if you haven't seen it. And again, that's kind of a good movie to maybe watch with your older kids to get them excited about the Disney vacation. And then number 22 on my list is Lion King. It's an amazing movie, and then all through Animal Kingdom it is referenced. It's also celebrating an anniversary, 25 years, I believe. So it's going to kind of be introduced to the nighttime show at Animal Kingdom for a little while, as well as they've created a new photo spot in celebration of the 25 years. But also the classic show at Animal Kingdom that I think everybody needs to see when visiting the show is just amazing. It has not changed since it opened, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to be revamped. The show is just amazing. Every time you see it, it's great. Is the Festival of the Lion King. So to really appreciate the show, I definitely think you should see the movie. And again, if you're traveling with little ones who just haven't seen it, I think it's a good one to show them. So that's my list. That's my list of 22 movies that I think you should watch before your next Disney vacation with your spouse or with your family to get you excited and immersed in the experience. And then I have 2 extras that if you're traveling at the holidays, like Christmas or Halloween, would be good to watch. So like if you're going for Halloween, I would definitely recommend seeing Hocus Pocus. I do know that the Sanderson sisters have been known to be at the parks for meet and greets and as part of shows and parades. And then also for either Halloween or Christmas, I recommend watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know at Halloween you can meet Jack Skellington and Sally, and they are not usually characters that are at the parks. All right, so there you have it, my list of 22 movies to watch before your next Disney World vacation. I'll actually just put the list down below for anybody that wants to kind of just read it. Also, next week I'm going to do a unboxing haul video of everything that I've been purchasing, from shoes to stuff on Etsy for my upcoming vacation, and everything except for a couple of items is still packaged. As packages have been arriving, I've kind of just been putting them in a pile and I haven't opened them. So I will film myself unboxing everything for the first time, everything from shirts to mini ears to sneakers to some iron-on patches from Joann Fabrics. So definitely subscribe down below and click the little bell icon so you don't miss any future videos, as well as come follow me on Instagram. I'll link that down below as well. So you can stay up to date with Disney information and myself and my YouTube channel. And make sure if you have any movies that you watch before all of your Disney vacations, or recommend someone watching if they haven't, leave that down below in the comments. And remember to like and share the video with anybody who you think might benefit from it. And I'll see you next week when we do an unboxing video. Bye!